Welcome to It Doesn't Take a Genius.
Ramsey's not here. I'm on a rant. All right, today's rant is about signage, directional instructional signage. I travel a lot, so everywhere I go, I'm the new guy. So I'm the guy who walks into the restaurant and has to stand in the doorway to figure out how does this place work. Right? Do you seat yourself? Do you wait to be seated? Do you order at a counter? If so, which counter do you order at? Do you order at the counter, wait there? Do you order at the counter and move down? I have no idea. So many places are unclear, and I'm not really a signage guy. So I'm looking around for architectural visual cues of what to do. Meantime, all the regulars who eat there 2, 3 times a week are standing behind me muttering about the imbecile who doesn't know what to do. So, yeah, today's rant signage. If you have to have instructional or directional signage in your business and it's there permanently, it's an indicator of bad design. I remember I had a dealership, and in the dealership, when the customers came in, they were immediately facing, as they entered the door, they were facing a countertop, and there was a counter, and there was some guys behind it, and it had kind of a window, and inevitably, everybody who walked in through that door walked up to the counter. There were signs everywhere saying, "This is not a retail space, employees only." And at directional signage, if you're looking for parts, go this way. They spent 60 years. The building had been there 60 years of the people behind the counter saying, "No, you need to go over there." And they would ask me, "Why do people walk up to this counter?" Like, why wouldn't they? We've been trained our entire lives when you want something, when you walk into a business, whether it's a hotel check-in or it's a fast food restaurant, whatever it might be, you walk up to the counter. People are doing what they've been intuitively taught to do. It only makes sense. So no amount of signage would stop that. I have other dealerships where they have a service drive, a big long area that you drive your car into. Inevitably, at the end of every service drive is a sign that says pull forward. Pull forward. However, in the middle of the service drive, halfway, from one end to the other, are the podiums where the service advisor sits. You've already figured it out. Nobody pulls forward. They pull their car up to where the service advisor and their little counter and their little podium is. They stop there, they get out. No amount of waving forward, no amount of signage ever is going to change this. All right. And then they get mad. Well, we have to have somebody pull all the cars forward. It's designed wrong. Right. And then the all-time classic, I didn't know there was a name for it, but there is a name for it. It's called a Norman door, named after this designer Norman, who figured out that doors are not always intuitively designed for the person using the door. The classic example is you walk up to a door, it has a pull handle on it. You pull it, it goes clang, and then you look around and you see a sign that says push. And then if you stand there and watch, every single person walks up to the door, clang, open, clang, open, clang, open. For the life of this door, that's exactly how it's going to work. So what's the fix for that? For a Norman door, all you have to do is take the handle off and put a plate, a flat plate. There's nothing else you can do with a plate but push it. Right? It's self-explanatory. When on the other side of the door, there needs to be a handle. Why don't they do this? Some architect somewhere, someone, with an aesthetically pleasing eye, or thought of that, said the door handles, make it look uniform, or it's pretty, or whatever they were thinking, but it doesn't function. And for the rest of its life, it will frustrate people. And that's why this matters. We don't need to increase the amount of friction in anybody's life People have enough friction. They have enough aggravations and annoyances in their life that we don't need to add to it with our poor design and our haphazard, a band-aid of a solution, which is a sign. Every sign is a band-aid on poor design. Take a look around, right? Look at everything that you've got going on, and what are the reoccurring things where people get lost? Everybody who walks in here goes the wrong way. Everybody who walks in here has no idea what to do. Everybody who walks up here, we have to tell them what to do. Everybody that calls, whatever the reoccurring thing is, right? Let's change the design. Right? What is it that we could do to make this so intuitive that it would need no instruction manual? So that's your task. Look around. What are you doing that's creating friction, slowing people down, creating aggravation, and making it much more difficult for people to interact with you and your business? That's my rant for today. I appreciate you listening. Make sure you mash that subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, whatever we have to do in order to stay on your radar every time we have a new podcast. Appreciate you listening. Thanks.
And that's a wrap. The musings of Mark and Mike. No rights reserved, etc. Feel free to share and discuss what you heard today. Even claim the ideas as your own. Who'd want to do that? See you next time on It Doesn't Take a Genius. Thanks.
That's good enough.